Hey, baby dolls in Telegram. So with Tang coins, remember they're in PulseChain ecosystem. I love everything in PulseChain ecosystem because everything's really, really cheap. But with Tang coins specifically, the people in Tang are the poorest. So you people might laugh. They might go, oh, that's I don't want to touch it. No. In other coins, they have rich people and there's a lot of sharks. And what I mean rich, probably let's just denote people with like, I don't know, maybe they got 500 grand to $1 million plus positions in HEX, in PulseChain and everything, or they made like $4 to $5 million in the previous bull market around HEX, just HEX and PulseChain itself. So these people know people with big networks, right? Big net worths as well. And what they end up doing is, as you'll see, I'm not going to name any names for coins. I've done it quite a bit. There's like a cabal, right? And what they'll do is when a coin launches, because they know, oh, we've all got a lot of money, they'll buy up a lot of supply and they'll start promoting it. And the things run, but they run far and quick. And then you get the big collapse. So it's not a scam or anything. It's just that, well, there's always an insider cabal. Because here's the thing, right? They all have, let's say there's 5 to 10 people involved, and the smallest clip is like 50 grand, and they all know, and then they all get another 10 people in. So then their 10 people have 10 friends each. They all get them in, and then suddenly you got like people rushing in. You've seen some coins do that, all right? It doesn't mean like this happens a lot in crypto, but what I'm just telling you, in Tang, they don't have anything of that. There is nobody in Tang who has like a $15 million net worth whale friend with their 10 friends who all have 4 to 5 million each, so that when they buy into stuff early, they'll throw in 50 grand at the start and basically slap it up. They don't have that anywhere in Tang. With many of the other coins, they do. These other networks and ecosystems, they do. Not all of them, but just showing you the price action is different. That's why in HOA, in DickWifButt, in NANANA, the banana gun, in Shitan, in Pair, in all these ones, or in the small ones, you see Orange Man Good, OMG, and all these other ones, TNT, Tang News Network. You'll see what ends up happening, right? And for Spooky as well, like you just go on and on and on. A lot of them have this fair launch, really cheap, and they're having these natural, organic paths up. Because you don't have that person in the middle, in the early phases with a lot of money who goes, oh, this is worth a lot, I'm going to sweep it up, So I just got to tell you, it's not like you got to call them insiders. What other word can you call them? Because you got to remember, friends, everybody, yeah, it is PvP at the end of the day, but there's still a lot of growth out there. But that's what it pretty much is. It's like, but I'm going to tell you right now, Tang, it's because it's starting to gain traction. Not yet. But once they start to gain traction, like HOA is like, I don't know, 5 or 6 million market cap. When that starts to hit like 50 million market cap, that's another 10x from here. When DickWifButt, it's at 5 million now. When that hits like 30 million market cap, once we start to get to bigger size, everyone knows, oh, this network effect is strong and we're all here and it means something. And then we become just like the other one. So what you might end up finding is, friends, maybe by the end of the bull market, Tang try to do some fair launch coins and they just get botted. They get botted, someone soaks up the supply and then dumps it. We're probably going to see that eventually later on. Someone like swoops up all the coins because they know, oh, there's a lot of people they want to buy in Tang universe stuff, and they're just going to swoop it up and they'll dump on everyone, and it has a big spike up and then just gets dumped on and has to go back down and eventually make it back. Now, I guarantee the first time that happens, friends, it will swoop down and we will bring it back the first time. However, towards the later stage of the bull market, you have more greed and stuff that will come in, and that's why it will eventually run out of bull market juice eventually at the end. So I'm just showing you we're still early to this stuff. Right now, it's cool and it's organic and these things happen. That's really nice. Nice to see this type of stuff and this behavior happening now. That kind of gives you an idea, right? That's why I'm identifying it here for you, just to show you that these things are happening, because otherwise you would have no idea, right? So this is the DickWifButt chart, just for example, just showing you that this thing, right, swooping up. This is DWB against PLS. You can see it as well. Okay, put it on the log chart. You can actually see this nice chart, friends, just swooping up. Eventually, they would run out of that. But that's pretty much it, friends, because this game is tough, right? Only in the depths of a bear market, when everybody's gone away, do you have all this time to hunt for treasure. And we're in PulseChain, which is like Richard Hart chain. He's like contrarian already. 99% of the industry calls him a scammer. we're in this chain, and there's a community like the Tang Gang that exists on there. Remember, there's P-Dye, Teddy Bear, Tropa. There's those communities as well. There's the Solid Hex and all these other ones as well. So it's great. See, there's growth out here, but I'm just showing you something that's not like I'm observing that's happening. Now, we can't get any of this opportunity on mainnet Ethereum. No chance, because there's just too much money there. There's too much money. There's too many Telegram bot snipers. There's just too many people with too much money and too much ETH floating around that they don't let anything get that cheap. Because, man, some of these Tang Gang coins, for like, it is like DickWifButt being 5 million, by the way. If DickWifButt was an Ethereum mainnet coin, it would be 50 million. Okay, just 10x. Why? Just because it's on that chain. That's it. Same thing, same community. You'd also see that there's also these other Tang Gang coins that are small, 300k market cap, 200k market cap. You see what I mean? And they're doing the natural organic thing. But as we go up, you just get to see what eventually is going to play out. Now, I could just show you an example, and it's the HOA chart, which is pretty much just going to identify to you what we'd be probably looking at in a lot of these. And remember, these are not by accident. I've got to repeat to you, they are not by accident, friends, to have a chart like this. Having a chart like this, you don't fluke it. This is holders of the coin who are not market dumping. You understand? Now, HOA, like Tang Gang, they're known for, like, they provide liquidity at the start. They basically go, hey, let's make the liquidity thick. None of this dumping stuff. Let me basically what happens is, friends, is a lot of it's controversial, but let me tell you something. What Tang Gang is doing, they're showing the market, hey, this is our distribution for our supply of tokens. Okay, this is our distribution. We're showing our hand now. So you are more than free, more than welcome to chew into that. Now you own a part of the network, and I can't dump anymore because you have taken my coins off me starting from the beginning. See, that's the most important part. So when these people set up the walls, okay, if they just start market dumping and sending everything down, it skits everyone out. It makes everyone feel like destroyed. They're like, man, why are you getting out, man? You're so desperate to get out because market players, if you hit market to sell, you're desperate. You understand it? You're like, oh man, like if you own like a big portion on supply. So that's pretty much like, obviously everyone's got their reasons for it. Everyone's free to do it. However, Tang Gang doing something different. They're like, hey, if we just set up the supply over time, you accumulate holders. You accumulate people who are willing to just grab what's on the shelf, the supermarket shelf, literally oranges. And please, friends, this is why it's no accident. Tang Gang chart is literally doing this. You see this? It's going up. See that? But if you actually put on a log chart, you get to see the true chart. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this channel. Just freaking look at this channel, friends. This channel going up. Once again, you don't fluke that. That's why that's intentional to do that. I hope it sets a standard for everyone else. But like you can't. It's not anyone's fault, man. It's just that Tang Gang they're more grassroots. The average person's net worth is lower. Not probably, it is lower than the established HEX, what they know as either HEX Cabals, HEX insiders, or just people who got into HEX early. Okay, they're not all just insiders, but yeah, they just got into HEX early. They've got like net worths of 5 to 30 million, and there's many of them. There's many of them sitting around there. So, and they're all friends, right? When there's like 10 people in a group, and each one of them, okay, they're all going to load in like, 30 grand into a coin. Guess what, friends? Just to tell you this, right? If 10 people load in 30 grand clips at the start, that's 300K, okay? Because 30 times 10 is 300. That is equivalent to a coin of around, okay, 10 million to 20 million market cap, okay? So just to show you, so those people entering, if they all enter, now they don't all enter with 30K, it's more like 10K, but you see when they all enter at the start, the market cap's big already. In fact, the market cap is HOA's size already. It's like, it's more than Tang Gang size today. So Tang Gang HOA is like, 5 or 6 million. DickWifButt is 5 million. See how long DickWifButt has taken to like show the market to get there. So on day one, these things, that's why they all allocate, they'd get there. Because they're basically just too rich. But then now you have to play the game. You go, okay, now we've got the first 5 to 20 million market cap instantly. Now we're betting on the growth. And hopefully, because PulseChain is deeply undervalued, yeah, the growth will come, right? It will come. Obviously, I don't know anything, but hopefully, okay, hopefully, the growth does come. It's just that you're playing a different game now. That's why Tang Gang's more grassroots. But it doesn't mean the others are grassroots too. It's just that it's all about network effects, friends. That's what it is. Network effects. And I've obviously been able to identify it because like when Tangent made that, he showed that table. Like shout out to Tangent, like what a cracker table, friends. You can get a position for $6, $6. You can't, friends. My shoelace doesn't even cost $6 anymore these days. You know what I mean? That's how cheap it is. But like I said, as PulseChain reprices and the community gets bigger, and all the other ecosystems grow, PDI and Teddy Bear and Atropa and Solid Hex, and you have maybe Alex comes back and Gophers and they do all the upgrades. The whole ecosystem of PulseChain, the valuations get up high, and now we're not as early anymore. That's why but we deserve it, man. Like you're in the trenches here with me when everyone's calling it a piece of trash scam, and we're like, friends, it's funny. I'm showing people, I'm like, you missed the first 50x in DickWifButt, you're gonna miss the next one, by the way. And they're in disbelief. They're in complete disbelief. It's funny. I show them the candles. They think you're showing like a 1 minute candle. No. I'm showing 12-hour candles. You had literally a day to get into this stuff. And we've been telling to you about it. And just over and over and over again. But that's because they hate the chain that much because it's associated with Richard Hart. Okay. They hate it that much. They're willing to let money slide because they think that they're going to make enough money in the future. But look, I hope we all do. I pray that we all do, friends. I'm just letting you know. I hunt cheap valuations no matter what. Okay, so we don't know if we're going to get the world where everything hits 50 billion valuation. We don't know if we get that world. I know for a fact, though, if CumRocket hit 400 million valuation in 2021, DickWifButt is 5. All right, DickWifButt is 5. That's an 80x difference. And DickWifButt's got, you know what I mean? Like, I'm basing how cheap I am today of anything I own compared to 2021 mania, which is beautiful. 2021 April, May. Okay, that's how I know. Okay, now I definitely know I'm cheap. As we go deeper along the bull market, people have to then raise it. So then people, friends, the $400 million valuation being high now, eventually we're gonna have to raise it to $1 billion because they're like, wait, the industry's growing bigger now. In Bitcoin is not 64K at the top anymore, 69K. Now it's gonna hit, maybe it's at 120 in the future. You see how we keep raising it over time? But that's also because they printed more money, you know, the macroeconomics and the fiat and all this other stuff moving around. So, but I don't want to play that game, man. I don't want to be waiting to the end to be like, oh, golly gee, we're high, but we're going to go higher. No. I want to get in now with you. That's why I tell you, buy in the depression. That's why thousands and thousands of videos, friends, I'm telling you, you buy in the depression. This is exactly what we're doing. We don't listen to anybody else. So who cares? Screw them, friends. They're literally, we're telling them, hey, there's a penny on the floor. And they are the economists saying, no, don't bend over to pick up that penny because if it was really a penny, someone would have picked it up by now. It's an old economist's joke because they're just so skeptical at stuff sitting around there. But they're going to learn the hard way, man. They're going to learn the hard way. I mean, look at my channel, friends. What's going to happen if I hit 100,000 followers one day on Twitter and YouTube? Look what happens, friends. But it's kind of sad by that point. I'll be like, you're all exit liquidity. All of you are exit liquidity. Hey. What a journey that would be if we gank it all the way. Okay, like, subscribe, bell button, I'll catch you soon.